secrets about modern and advancing technology through the University of Advancing Technology, and we have Rebecca Whitehead with us, who is sharing with us a lot about the different degree programs. And one of the areas that we haven't really covered that much yet are the online and graduate programs. So, and we talked about some international students being involved, and maybe we could cover some of that a little bit later as well. But tell us about those two areas in particular, the graduate and online programs.
Sure. Our online programs are a subset of our on-campus programs. So we will only offer a program online if we're sure that we can do it very, very well and ensure that the online experience is commensurate with the on-campus experience. And so right now we have 8 of our degrees that are offered online. We have Advancing Computer Science, Game Art and Animation, Game Design, Game Programming, Network Security, Virtual Modeling and Design, Technology Forensics, and Web and Social Media. So those are the programs that we have set up, invested in equipment, invested in virtualization networks and things like this to be able to offer online. So things like our robotics and embedded systems, which is very hardware intensive, is very difficult to offer online right now and do it in a very high quality way. Gotcha. So those are the things that I would evaluate too if you're looking at those sorts of programs. Our graduate programs, we have 5 graduate degrees. We have a graduate degree in Advancing Computer Science, and all of our degrees are Master of Science. Advancing Computer Science, Emerging Technologies, which is about forecasting, innovation, and strategy. We have our Game Production and Management, our Information Assurance program, and our Technology Leadership program. So the game production and management is not only about building a game, but building a successful game. So there's a lot of business, marketing, and kind of moving your skill set to the next level.
That goes up our alley. We like that kind of marketing strategy. And also one of the things that caught my ear, of course, with this show being about the social media. Tell us about the web and social media degrees. What does that cover? Is it advertising more? Is it more about building a good fan page? What exactly is
Interesting.
it?
Actually, what we did was we designed the degree to create individuals who are ready to be the web designer on a marketing team. Okay. So these are their partial web design courses. So they're going to learn the aesthetics and the design and the capacity to actually build and deploy a web page using all of the most modern and contemporary tools and systems and services and all of that. And then they're going to take half of their coursework in digital marketing. And so they're going to do search engine optimization, search engine management. They're going to look at all of the marketing endeavors, everything from pay-per-click campaigns over to looking at, for example, ads on LinkedIn and how do their pay-per-click and how do banner ads work and what about remarketing and so you start looking at all of those endeavors and saying how do you put that together into a completely digital strategy that then delivers it.
I may have a great referral for the university. It's a corporation. They're ranked 9th in the world in SEO and web design. And they're moving their corporate headquarters to Arizona. They're in the middle of doing it right now.
Oh, wonderful.
So in so doing, they're going to be potentially losing some of their SEO people because some people don't like the move. And that means that there may be some hiring going on. So if you're okay with that,
yeah, of course.
Talk offline about that. Okay, excellent. So then, let's say that I am an international student. Obviously, we both came from the engineering departments, and I almost started speaking other languages in the engineering side just so that I could get my homework done, and from people who knew what they were doing. And so,
why does that sound familiar?
Yes. So just very highly intelligent people that were in those degrees. But if I'm in a different country and I want to be able to take online classes, what are some of the things that I might need to consider?
Well, you can take our classes except in these very sensitive areas. So, for example, you can't be an international student and take our network security or technology forensics programs online. You have to come to campus and actually immigrate and become a resident student in order to do that. Okay. Same thing with our graduate level information assurance program. And it's simply because the skill sets that are being taught are sensitive. And as a nation, we want to support and protect our nation and not teach people who we can't 100% verify who they are.
Okay, that makes sense.
So.
and this is me just being way out there. There is technology that I've seen demonstrated before. It's very expensive, but where the university provides a professor in a virtual environment, essentially a hologram. Is that the right term to use, where they can go up and actually
So you're talking about telepresence?
Yes, where the professor is walking around on stage, but maybe in India, for example, but it's an American who's being projected onto the stage. Is that something that maybe in the future, or is that just way out there?
I think the idea of telepresence is absolutely something, and as those technologies become more portable, less expensive, as our interaction design becomes increasingly complex on one level and yet easier to access on other levels, you're going to see things like that. At this point in time, you're more likely to see something that is almost a teleconferencing, where there's, here's the entire class on the screen, and you're looking at it almost like you're hanging out in Google Places. Everybody's got their window, everybody's got their background, everybody can see everybody else, including the faculty member, but they're not really, it's not a virtual projection.
Okay.
Now, that'll become a lot easier, too, if you've been paying attention to Google's augmented reality endeavors.
Okay.
So the augmented reality glasses that are due out at the end of the year would make that pretty easy to attain as well.
Okay, see, there's some very advanced technology that is advancing lately, so thank you for bringing us up to speed on that. And then we're going to switch gears just a little bit before we go to our next break and talk about what is the student experience. If they come to the university, what is the experience on campus, and what makes that unique versus another university, for example?
It's a small private college experience. We're not a commuter campus. We actually have a dorm on our campus. We actually have student housing that is located near campus, but we put students in student housing slightly off campus as well as filling our dorm. And so we actually do have a 24/7 campus. We have a pretty wonderful campus life experience. Students are able to actually do the sorts of things that they are interested in doing. So for example, we'll have game jams where students will get together, and in a 48-hour challenge they'll design, 7 teams will design 7 games, and they'll get together and play them. We'll do things like the 48-hour film challenge, and we'll get together and we'll complete a video and enter it into a competition over the course of a weekend. And then we'll do old-fashioned, local area network LAN parties. And we'll have movie night and anime night and everything. I mean, it's just the spectrum of activities is phenomenal. Our PE offerings at UAT are fencing, kung fu, and yoga, because that's what our students want. So they're not really interested in football and basketball, although we do have basketball hoops and things like that. They're more interested in, hey, can I put a martial art under my belt, or can I go to a fencing competition?
Sure.
And so those are the sorts of things that we do from a campus life perspective.
Excellent. I remember on ASU campus, one of the most unique things to watch was the Society of Creative Anachronism.
Yeah, SCA. Yeah.
They're
fun.
So definitely a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I studied Aikido, so I did my martial arts stuff on campus.
Okay, look at that. See, I think you probably helped in the development of that. And you have special rooms and places designated where they can actually...
Yes. The campus is designed with spaces that are set up for that.
Okay,
so.
Excellent. Well, we are going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about potential tuition possibilities and kind of talk a little bit about the quality of education and how you're able to integrate that into career services and getting a job after you're done. So stay tuned with us after the break, and we look forward to joining you again in just a couple minutes.